Case of Lennox versus Pointer. Mr. Lennox, you are suing Ms. Pointer for $9,800 for breach of contract. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Pointer, you say the plaintiff is being superficial and you did not breach any contract. Is that correct? Honor. All right, I'll start with you, Mr. Lennox. What happened?
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, what happened, I imagine back to when I was a child, and on the counter at my family home, I see photos of my family going down generations, and I saw little me there, and I imagined one day that I would have my own child to have a picture with on that counter. So fast forward, and I'm now looking for a wife, and you know, like every young man dreams, I'm sure, as like a lot of people dream, they imagine who their wife is going or their husband is going to look like, and I was imagining somebody that was tall, ambitious, mentally fit and capable, honest and attractive. I feel that I have received certain opportunities and gained a lot through my looks, I have to say. And I wanted my child to be raised in a similar fashion. So I was, you know, looking for...
You taking 10 minutes to say you wanted to have a baby that you thought was pretty.
Welcome back to Case Unlocked. Before we dive into the shocking courtroom drama, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss these jaw-dropping cases. Jeffrey sets the scene with family memories, describing a dream child who looks exactly like him. But behind the nostalgia hides vanity. He admits choosing a partner for appearance, hoping genetics would deliver beauty. This isn't just romance, it's treating DNA like a product. Does this reveal love or dangerous obsession with looks?
I wanted to have a child, yeah, I wanted to have the life that I thought of. Yes, Your Honor.
And the life you thought of was a life of what? A child that looked like you?
Yeah, I mean, a child that looked like yes, Your Honor. But not, I mean, I found Tanya at the gym after a spin class, and whatever boxes I may have needed to check, she seemed to check all of them. I mean, look at her.
You met Mr. Lennox at the gym?
Yes, Your Honor.
You liked him, he liked you?
Yes, Your Honor.
You started a relationship?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you or were you not forthcoming about your life, your family, your background, your past?
I was, as much as I felt like I needed to disclose. I did not disclose to him certain things about my past. I did let him know that my parents were killed in a plane crash, leaving my brother and I all alone.
How long it took me to figure that out, Your Honor? Like, we're talking months of our relationship before she would cry when I'd ask her.
He was very much so focused on my facial
features. And I eventually got her to tell me.
So I didn't really feel like there was an opportunity for me to share a heartfelt moment with him.
So wait, you all are in a relationship, but you didn't ever feel there was time for you to have a heartfelt moment with a man you're in a relationship with? That doesn't make sense.
Well, the issue at hand is my cosmetic procedures. After my parents were killed in the plane crash, I underwent a ton of cosmetic procedures so that I would not have to be reminded of my mother and what had happened to her. So I did. This was all cosmetic surgeries. And I just wanted to be away with my past. And he felt like because I did not disclose that to him, that now our child is ugly. We just had a child and he started calling my baby ugly.
Tanya shares a heartbreaking truth. After her parents died in a plane crash, she had surgeries not for beauty, but to escape the trauma of resembling her mother. Yet Jeffrey calls her silence dishonesty. The court questions, is hiding surgery a legal breach of marriage? Likely not. But morally, the debate grows complicated.
My baby's only 1 year old. He's handsome. And he says that because the child does not look like his family lineage, that my baby is ugly.
Your Honor, that's
not... Well, Mr. Lennox, I don't understand how you could be upset with what a new baby looks like. Why are you upset about that?
It is not my child's looks that upset me.
So what is it?
It was seeing my child for the first time and how it felt I was looking at a complete stranger, didn't look like either parent. It put into motion in my head now what had been, I guess, percolating for a while, that this woman that I thought I knew was not telling me about her life, and I my first thought was she must be cheating on me. This child doesn't look like me.
So the baby, you felt like the baby didn't look like you, and it didn't look like Miss Pointer, so you were like, I'm not the father.
The case explodes when Jeffrey claims his baby looked like a stranger, immediately suspecting betrayal. Instead of joy, he sees evidence of fraud. Judge Lake cuts through his argument, reminding us appearances cannot define family bonds. Should parenthood be measured in trust and care, or judged by resemblance? This question strikes at the heart of the case.
Position on plastic surgery, I think it's disingenuous and it lacks integrity. I would not have married, let alone pay for an IVF fertilization treatment with someone who had an addiction to plastic surgery, like Tanya certainly does. And
did you say that before you all decided to have a sexual relationship?
I made it very clear, Your Honor.
So you said, I want to have a child with you. I'm willing to pay for IVF, but just tell me, have you had any plastic surgery?
Your Honor, I didn't feel the need to ask. I mean, look at her. It's very well done. She looks amazing.
Well done. You acting like somebody baked her in the oven.
With all the surgery she's gotten, which is, by the way, is worth way more than the $10,000, the $9,800 that I'm here seeking to recoup. It is as if, I mean, somebody really went to work on her, and of course, I don't know anything about that. Nothing about that part of her life.
What does this mean? I'm not liking the way you're objectifying Miss Pointer.
So superficial.
And I apologize for that, but I offer into evidence a photo here that I found. And please tell me, Your Honor, if that looks like the same person to you.
Jeffrey compares Tanya's surgeries to someone baked in an oven. The insult is cruel and strips away dignity. Judge Lake calls him out, warning credibility isn't just about facts, it's about language. His bitterness risks destroying his case more than evidence. In court, words can wound, but they can also decide who loses everything.
Actually, she looks a little different, but the shape of her face, the shape of her eyes, her eyebrows,
and
her nose is different.
May I just say that I'm not ashamed of that photo. I did not get those cosmetic procedures because I thought that I was ugly. I got those cosmetic procedures because it was traumatizing looking in the mirror and being reminded of my mother's face. So it was very devastating for me to find out that he felt like our child was ugly. I did not get those procedures to become this different person. I got those procedures so that I wouldn't be reminded of what had happened in my past.
And why'd you say that you're the new Tanya now and the old Tanya is dead and forget about her? I mean,
because the old Tanya died when her parents died.
But you didn't know the old Tanya anyway, right?
I didn't, and I still don't. I don't know the new one either. I had to pull teeth to get
but wait a minute.
This.
So your testimony is you don't know her, but you also decided to pay for IVF treatments to have a baby with her, but you didn't know her. She wouldn't answer questions. She wouldn't tell you anything about her past. She wouldn't let you know about her family. But you know what? This is the girl I want to have a baby with through IVF.
She assured me.
Make it make sense, Mr. Lennox. I don't have all day.
Judge Lake shifts focus. If Jeffrey truly distrusted Tanya, why fund IVF and have a child with her? His accusations collapse against his own actions. Choices often reveal truth louder than testimony. By agreeing to parenthood with someone he admits he never trusted, Jeffrey exposes contradictions that weaken his entire lawsuit. Would you?
She assured me that who she was loved me unconditionally, dearly, and that she was wholly honest with me and that there was no need for me to worry. Now I find out that that entire argument, that entire line, what she allowed me to believe, what I allowed myself to believe, that was a cover story to prevent me from understanding that she hacked at her body to upgrade herself. I mean, her brother apparently used it to try to start a new life. She upgrades her physical form or something.
Your Honor.
Hold on. Why are you being so melodramatic about plastic surgery?
It's the lies.
You say you're suing her for breach of contract. What's the contract? And it better say in this contract, I'm going to pay for this IVF as long as you are the natural, original version of yourself with no plastic surgery. I want to see that contract. Where is that?
Your Honor, it's a marriage contract. I feel like I have been used. The damage is plain. I was.
She was beautiful
despondent
before the surgery. She's beautiful after the surgery. What is the issue? I want to know what your damages are.
I was lied to, and I can't have that lack of trust in a relationship for the rest of my life.
Okay, so you want to get a divorce?
We have gotten a divorce, Your Honor.
Okay, so now you're divorced.
Yes,
so
we are.
now what's your issue? You got a divorce. You're not with the liar. You're not married to anybody that had plastic surgery anymore. What is your issue?
My issue is that we did not have a prenuptial engagement going, and I want something. I want some measure of honesty from you, Tanya. Some
Your
measure of
Honor,
honesty that you understand.
Honesty don't cost $9,800. I want to know, why are you up in here when I could be having my morning tea? Why are you suing?
Because I said I had an ugly baby.
There you go. Wasting my time. Is a picture of the baby in the evidence?
Yes, it is. There he is right there.
So you're angry because this baby doesn't look the way you envisioned in your mind. This is insanity. You should be ashamed of yourself for even coming in here with this nonsense.
Your Honor, if I may, I felt I've made it very clear. I had a dream when I was young, and it was to not have a disingenuous, lying, deceitful wife, and that is what I found that I've had.
No, what we found is that you are delusional.
Okay.
And guess what? If this is really what you wanted, you didn't have the agreement that reflected what your desires truly were. I don't know if this is because you all have broken up. I really don't know what this is about, but you've stood in this courtroom today and got on my last nerve. I don't have any more time for a judgment for the defendant. Court is adjourned.
The verdict comes hard. Judge Lake calls Jeffrey's lawsuit insane and says he should feel ashamed. Courts don't just dismiss weak cases, they warn others by exposing wasted time. Jeffrey demanded $9,800 but lost credibility instead. Tanya, though secretive, left vindicated. This case proves family isn't built on looks, it rests on honesty, trust, and respect. That's the end of Case Unlocked. If you found this courtroom battle shocking, make sure to like, comment, and hit subscribe so you never miss the next unbelievable case.